Hi guys, welcome to Tri333. I'm Mark. For those who have stuck around, a very big thank you. Let's go to the outlook of the bike to see if the bike has gone through an accident. Take mine for example, the crash bars. There are no scrapes or slashes indicating a skid. Have I dropped the bike? Yes, but it was on dirt, so no damage. With drops, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Peek through to the frame and if possible, the weld joints. You don't want to see lines of powder coat cracked off, lines of rust, or worse, cracks. This would indicate high stress points probably resulting from impact, overloading, or metal fatigue. If you spot any of these, walk away. Insurance companies consider cracked frames as total loss. For fairing bikes, you'd want to check the sides of the fairing for cracks. If there are cracks, you'd want to check the radiators because chances are the mounts on those radiators are bent from the impact. No harm asking the dealer or the owner to remove the fairing so you can inspect the radiators. Granted, removing the fairing is rather extreme, so do this only if you suspect the bike has been through an accident and that your reason for inspection is valid. Now comes the tricky part. If or when possible, arrange with the dealer or the owner to wait for you before they warm up the bike. Always, always, always start the bike cold and then let it get up to temperature. Check if it starts on the first or the second try and listen out to its idle RPM. It should be at about 1,000, some bikes do 1,005 RPM. Most bikes have a tachometer, so it's easy to check. If the RPM shoots high, it's an indication of excess air entering the system and would need investigation. This could be from a badly tuned carburetor for older bikes or anything from a punctured vacuum tube to badly seated or cracked valves for newer ones. While the engine gets up to temperature, check all engine joints for engine oil leaks. Leaks can be caused by simple errors, for example, badly seated gaskets or seals, or could be an indication of a crack in the engine case. It'll be easier to get a friend who is experienced in engine sounds to come along to help you out with this one. You'll want to be listening out for weird vibrations as well as weird ticking sounds. The sound of an engine is usually a very good indication of its health. If you hear loud ticking sounds in the engine, further investigation needs to be done. It could be a need for a simple valve clearance or could be a sign of something worse. Engine oil. With the dealer's or owner's permission and after the bike has come up to temperature, turn off the bike and allow it to rest for a few minutes. Use the dipstick, which should come with most bikes, to check to see if 1. The engine oil level is at least in between the low and the high marks, and check the color of the oil. Brown to black is normal, but what you don't want to see is anything that resembles chocolate milk. This would indicate moisture in the system and could possibly mean the coolant seal is busted. The exhaust. With the engine running, place your hand a few inches away from the exhaust for a few seconds and then smell that area on your hand. You don't want to smell the exhaust directly. There shouldn't be a strong burning smell. If there is, then it means the engine is burning oil and would indicate a whole list of potential problems, from valves, piston rings, to potentially a completely hammered engine. Walk away. We hope you leave these videos having learned something. If you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Feel free to ask us questions in the comments or to even let us know if we've missed something. Thank you and see you on the road.